welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we'll be talking about what to consider before taking it for the second time or even for the third time. And if you're new here, my name is Belinda Strnad and my YouTube channel is all about DIYs, motherhood, hair, skincare, and let's get to the video. If you're a first time mom or a second time mom or even a young woman who is about to get married, who is about to start having children, there are so many things you have to put into consideration before taking in or before planning to have a baby. Yeah. Though there are some mistake I made which I want to show you guys, and I wouldn't want someone else to make the mistake, and you can also learn from my experience as first or second time ago. I made a video talking about my movie. So guys, the number one thing you have to put in consideration is your financial status. Yeah, if you're financially buoyant and your husband is financially buoyant, even if you're not financially buoyant but your hubby is capable of taking care of you, your newborn baby, and himself, you are good to go. That is number one major thing you have to put into consideration before bringing in a child into this world. You don't want to bring a child into a world to, suffer. Well, not because you get suffer head when they born you, then you go one can suffer another pikin. No. So if you know you're not financially buoyant enough, not even enough. Let me just say, if you're financially buoyant for 50%, you can take care of yourself, your baby, and your hobby. Take him, because in this our economy right now, things are very, very hard. Things are getting high and high and high every day. Hey, hospital bills, no be here. Baby things, no be here. Food, no be, even houses. Yeah. Not be here. And the second thing you have to put into consideration before taking in is for you to discuss it with your partner. There are some men, when you get married to them, that's the second thing, when you get married to them, they don't want to start having children now. You just have to have a discussion with your husband if it's something that he wants. But before you even get married to your husband, ask him if he likes children, if he wants to have children some days, because there are things happening now. A woman will want a child but the husband don't want a child, so that you'll not be in that shoes. It's something that you guys have to discuss. When you know that your husband is financially buoyant, then you are financially, even if you're not, but your husband is okay to take care of. Tell your husband, baby, are you sure? Do you think this is the right time for us to have a baby, even if it's one, or two? If it's something that he accepts and is okay with, then you guys can go ahead and have a baby. That's number two. Then the number three thing is your home. Like, if you're living in one room apartment, one room is good though. It's good to it's good to have baby when you're living in one room, but make sure that you're having only one child. But I would advise, before you, that was why I was talking about the financial thing first. At least have a two rooms apartment, one for you and your husband, then the other one is for your child. That will make the family run smoothly. That will make, there are some things I see these days that it's so irritating that some people will be living in one room and be having 7 children. I don't know how you guys do it. Is it when when your children are sleeping, and you and your husband doing the thing? I don't understand. Why is it that some people will live in one room and they will have plenty children? Those are the kind of thing that gives trauma to children. It's not something that is called for. So at least you guys should have an apartment, like 2 rooms apartment, or even 1 room apartment. The one you can afford, have it. Then have a plan of having a baby, then raise a child in a good way before any other thing. Then you should also make a plan of how many kids you want to have. Like my husband, he wanted only 1 kid, but me, as an African woman, I need like 4 children or even 3 children. But since Oga no wants plenty children, I decided to like, okay, two children. Let's just do two children. If God will help us, let me have a boy and a girl. Then, but if it's even two boys or two girls, I don't mind. But I just want to have two kids. I was like, okay, just have this kind of discussion with your husband before planning to have a child, so that there will not be any issue in the nearest future. Like, and that there's no money for nan, or there's no money for this one. And I told you not to have little children. That kind of, there must be misunderstanding and all that. So those are the things you have to put into this consideration before having or bringing a child into this world. Don't bring a child that you're going to suffer with. Don't. It's child abuse. So those are the things you have to also consider before bringing in a child into this world. So another thing you have to also consider before bringing a child into this world is your mental health. You have to consider your mental health. If you're someone that already had a child before and you want to go for the second, make sure that you are okay, that you planned it. Make sure it's something that you discuss with your husband and your baby. Ask your child, do you want a sibling? Do you want a sister, a little sister, or a little brother? Hey, sweetie, do you want a little sister or a little brother? Or tell your husband, actually, you guys should plan it. Don't come and be like me. I was planning it. I was like, okay, after having my first child, I want to stay for about 2 years. Let me see what happens before we take him for another one. But before I know it, my baby is not even up to 2 years. It's okay. But I was able to manage my mental health, because sometimes I get angry with my son, sometimes I get angry with my husband. Sometimes when my son comes close to me, I try to push him away, which I don't like. I felt for him. There was a time he was crying and crying. Then I was having this severe morning sickness, and then he was crying, and I had to just push him, and he fell. My husband don't know about this, but when I did that, I felt really bad for my son. The way he was looking at me, I was crying and calling me mom, mom, mom. I couldn't sleep for days. Anytime I sleep, I start, as in that thing comes up, I pushed my son and he fell. Please make sure you are okay. Make sure it's something that you plan it before taking in. It's not the baby's fault. It's not your child's fault that you want to bring in another baby into the world. Bring your baby closer. Bring your toddler closer to you if you want, and continue loving your child, even if you're having severe morning sickness. Because I understand sometimes I just want to be on my own. So that when he's crying like this, as if I should just give him slap, but I cannot. But that mistake I made is still hurting me today. Anytime I see my son, I have this guilty conscience that how could I push my son? How could I do that? As in, I have been, even till now, I cannot even forgive myself for doing that to my son. And it's just all because of what I was feeling inside my body, what my state of mind wasn't ready and all that. Okay, now I'm pregnant. I'm not even done carrying this small toddler. Now I'm carrying another one. But my mom was like, it's good now during their time. It's good for them to give birth all the children it's good for you to give birth all the children you want to give birth at the same time. I said, mommy, yes, it's good though, but you don't even know the condition is putting someone in. Like, sometimes I don't even bath my baby. I'll just be looking at my baby. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, he has not even bathed his morning bath. Even myself, I'm not even able to stand up. I was like, Mom, what if you are not here? How am I going to, excuse me, how am I going to cope? So these are the things you have to put into consideration before taking in for the second time as a first time mother. Me, I was able to manage, because in this place that I have all my family close to me, my mother is here, my husband, though sometimes he's not around, but my siblings, my nanny, I have plenty people around me. Okay, let me assume I am just on my own. Let me assume how am I going to manage? I won't be able to manage this pregnancy on my own. So these are the things you have to put into consideration when you're considering giving birth to a child. You should also consider yourself, your safety, your life, that of your child and everybody around you. Because sometimes, my husband, I used to push him out to go and sleep in another room because I don't want anybody to be close to me. The way I had this morning sickness, it was explained in my previous video where I was like, telling you guys about my new born. So guys, and the last but not the least of things you have to consider before taking in for the second time or bringing in a child into this world is your environment, the place you live in, and also the kind of people you mingle yourself with, because the kind of people and the place and our upbringing, put a lot of things on a child. Make sure it's well planned. Make plans for it. Don't just boom and it will affect your love life and that of your husband's, and all that, and the kind of people you mingle yourself with and all that. So guys, I believe with this little tip of mine, I am able to pass a message out there for first time mom, second time mom, or people that is about to get married. I think I was able to pass out a message across to you guys. If you have watched my video to this extent, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? If I want to tell you to like my video, eh? Guys, like my video now, share my video. I'm giving you guys just sitting on my own experience, so like my video, share, write me on my comment section if there is any other thing you think I've missed, or if there is any other things you have to consider before bringing in your child into this world. Just write on the comment section. I am always there to reply. And if you want any business collaboration or any sort of thing, just email me. I am all over social media: Facebook, Belly's blog, Instagram, Belinda Strnad, and YouTube here, Belinda Strnad. So guys, on this video, I have come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to always support your baby girl. And I'll see you guys on my next video.